So in this video, we wanted to cover the search feature on our Meet Events page. And so to get to it, you click the additional pages and select Meet Events. Meet Events is where we have we gather the event files from meets and primarily choose for future meets. So, and you can see here we have 460 future meets, which has the location, has the LSC, the start and end dates, and if we have the meet announcement, you'll have a link there, whether it's short course, prelims, finals. In the past, you could only filter on the LSC. You could select it via the drop-down, or if you want to click on the LSC name on the row, it'll automatically filter down also. So that's very limiting. So we added a search events section. So if you click on that, it'll expand out with a search section, but it will also have the initial time you open it. It'll have a help section. So basically, I'm going to summarize some of these. The filters are only active when the search window is open. So if you minimize this, if you click it, any active search from within there will be canceled. So also all filters that you select will be applied. So if you have 3 events, times listed, and the swimmer only qualifies in 2 of the events, that meet won't be listed. One thing that may be also confusing to get used to, green colors indicate a faster than time, faster than requirement for the meet. Red indicates the meet requires a slower than time. So for example, for the green, faster than time, let's say it's a B-band above meet. So that would be a faster than. So your swimmer's time, or the time that you're looking for the cut, will always be on the left, and the cut for the meet will be on the right. So here, 52:29 is less than 103, so it is a faster than. They met the requirement for a faster than time meet. The red is indication of a slower time requirement. So let's say it's a BB meet or a BC meet. To qualify the swim at that meet, you have to have a time that's slower than that. So 1:47.57 is obviously greater than or slower than 1:40.79. When we list something in blue, like this, that means that there was no cut listed in the meet. That doesn't mean that that there actually is no cut required, but they did not put it in the meet event file. So you want to check with the meet announcement, or check with the with someone, the meet director, for the meet. So with that said, once you familiarize yourself with the with our help, you can just easily hide it. And if you need to see it again, just click the little I info button and it'll show and hide it. So, so now we're going to search. The first one obviously is by name. So if you want to search, let's say summer, meets with the word summer in it. Now there's 103 meets, future meets that have the word summer in it. There's at least 100. So we've returned 100 here. We break things down by week, and we can still see the LSCs over here. So you have that filter. Now you can see short course, long course here. If you only want short course, you can select that, and now you have all meets that have summer in the name that have short course. And so to show all here, you clear that, and let's clear this filter. And so now we're back to 460 future meets. Meet type, you can select all, or finals only or finals with prelims. Finals and prelims is more like championship level type meets, and if you select that, that's all it will show. There's 86 prelims and finals meets that we have in our database. If you do finals only, which means they don't have prelims in them, you can filter on that. All the filters work together, so it's not just one versus the other. The more complicated part is the event filtering. So to do this, and it talks about here, you have to select the swimmer. And the reason for that is we need the age and the gender of the swimmer to know to pull what the qualifying times are for the meet. So an example of a good use of this is, let's say you're looking for, for my daughter. We're looking for, let's say, the 1500. This was a year ago. Somebody asked, I'm trying to find 1500s that they can swim with no qualifying time. So after you select the event, you have 4 choices. You can use the swimmer, select swimmer, which will use the swimmer's best time. And it could be, finding meets with faster faster time, like a BB and above meet, or it may find for a slower time, like a BC meet. So, but it will look for both when you select swimmer. If you select no standard, which we're going to do in this example, so we're trying to find a 1500 that has no time standard, and so then you click create filter, and what it will show, and again, every meet will have each of the event filters listed. Right now we only have one, but if it's in blue, it's a no cut listed. So leap into long course, their 1500 for female has no cut listed. So these are potentially meets that she could swim at. There's 98 future meets. So if we go and pick, let's see what happens with Maximus. Okay, here he has 109 meets. So the age group and the gender will affect the number of results returned. So with Maximus selected, let's say we want to change this. So we want to look, you have a 13 and older swimmer, you want to find meets that allow the swimmer to swim the 50 back, breast, and fly. So we're going to create multiple filters here. So this one we select the swimmer, but let's look at the event. We got back, breast. Where's breast? 50 breast. Okay. So here you can see an example of, for the backstroke, we said no standard. For the fly and the breast, we said swimmer. And so you can see with the breaststroke and the fly, it is listing the swimmer's time on the left side, and if there's no cut listed, that counts as a qualifying. And here we have 3 events. We have the 3 events down here, and this how they're qualified is, are they faster than, slower than, or no time listed. And in all these cases, there's no cut listed. If we change this to swimmer, you'll probably see, so now you have an example of, so you need a qualifying, we're looking for meets with qualifying time or no cut listed. So here, he's fast, this is a faster than meet. So his qualifying time in the 50 back is a 26:56. And the qualifying time for the meet is a 44:99, and in the breaststroke, 38 versus 49. Here on the butterfly, 25 versus 49. So, and there's other examples here of that. So you get an idea. Now, if you were looking for, let's go with slower than. And when you do faster than or slower than, actually let's do a faster than. So we're going to do 40 here. So 40 second. Now there's only 7 future meets because for his age group, 40 is probably pretty slow. So here's an example. And when you enter a time, it will replace the swimmer's time with that time. So here, a 40 is being used to find qualifying events or qualifying meets, and in that event, he meets that criteria in only eight future meets. Now, the reason you want to select the swimmer is so you can see the qualifying times here. Let's do the Janet Oles. And it'll filter down. And there's 2 meets here. You can see the qualifying times, let's say in the backstroke and the butterfly here, 44 and a 41. If I go ahead and select my daughter, too many people on my friends list or favorites. Janet Oles. So the qualifying times, depending on the meet, and unfortunately this actually, I believe, stayed the same, but her qualifying times change where it pulled her best butterfly, which is 35.74, and her breaststroke is a 40.90. And we quickly switch back to Maximus. You can see the times, the best times changed based on the swimmer. Now in this meet, though, because it's the 50s, I think they just set the age group, probably for 0 to 19 or something, 0 to 18, to be the same time standard. So it's probably an open one, and they put the same time standard. Now, one thing you can do also is a slower than, and so let's say we're looking for a B and below meet, and so we're looking. I don't know good times to check, but we're just going to throw this out here. So then we're just going to make them all 50s and see. There are so Janet Oles, they wouldn't be qualified for. Here's an example. So if Maximus wanted, or if you were looking for a meet that required 50 seconds or slower in each of these 3 strokes, you now can see that. So I don't know what St. Pete's did with their 1/10 of a second here. So it's depending on the accuracy of the meet event file. But here, this ASC Independence meet, we said we're looking for meets with a 50 backstroke time requirement from the male as 50 seconds. And obviously 50 is greater than 33.99. This is the cut they require, so you have to swim slower than that. So our requirements here meet those requirements. That's not necessarily tied to Maximus because we set specific time requirements, but you can see that how a slower than meet, let's say as an example again of like a BC meet, you're looking for a meet that has slower times. So that gives you that example. And again, we're applying these. We see 4 future meets, and if you want to just go back to all the meet results or meet events. You can just minimize the search events, and now you're back to all the meet events. So if you want to quickly switch back and double check something, like, okay, let me go take a look and see what's required for this, what the time standard is for this, for a meet that you're looking for, you can do that, but your selections for the filter will still be there. So you won't, just because you minimize this, it won't hide that. So that is overview of the search feature. Feel free to email me at admin@myswimio.com or come to our Facebook group if you have any questions. And thank you for using the site and watching this video.